You guys ready? Here we go. Gonna make the call. We're gonna have to drop the tank. Most likely gonna need a fuel pump. But I'm gonna just take unplugged electrical connection. On the filler neck, we have this one little retaining bolt there. We're gonna take and remove that. These lines look really bad. I'm hoping I could disconnect everything without a problem. I'm gonna disconnect this line here. Like I said, this bolt here, this hose here. Come around, remove this fuel line from the fuel filter. It's always good practice to replace the fuel filter whenever you do a pump as well. So we're going to take and replace that fuel filter. You come down here, you got one more line there. Take and remove. And then you have a couple more evap lines over here. You got this one here. We'll take and remove that as well. If I come across anything odd or anything I think is worth mentioning, I will definitely bring you guys back in. Oh boy. Everything's so rusted on this thing. I'm gonna take it right all the way out because you know this rust is gonna fight me. Usually I only have to pull them about half, but there's so much rust in there. Okay, push that off to the side. Alright, then if you see this style line here, pretty much just pull on that yellow clip like that. Pull it towards you. Yeah, we are talking about a 21-year-old car here, so sometimes it's easier said than done. And sometimes it's easier just to pull it all the way out. Sometimes it's easier just to pull it all the way out. Shouldn't have to. But as you see, sometimes it's easier. This line, I believe, let me just pop off right here. Like so. Now towards the front of the vehicle, above your differential, you'll see you got your fuel filter. These take a special tool to remove the line. So essentially, like I said, we're gonna be replacing this filter. You normally want to have the fuel pressure relieved. There's no fuel pressure on this vehicle. I'm not too concerned about that, but you should have a drain bucket ready. Something, remember, this is very flammable. It's very dangerous. Find the size that fits. Push the clip in while pushing the line in. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not sure if you can see this, but kind of like push in on the line while you're pushing the tool in. There you go. That's where you should have some rags or something. Got a rag in a cup just in case. Yep, there you go. Gonna drain out a little bit. Like so. I'm going to take and loosen up this clamp. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm just going to keep that right there. Like I said, I'm going to do the fuel filter at the same time. So this side of the line is more rigid. Gotta get my tool from over here. I'm just gonna keep this close by for now in case I need it. There you go. Pop that filter out like so. We could just leave the filter on for now, but to be honest with you, it's just as easy to remove it. There you go. Right down my sleeve. Alright, come over a little bit further from the fuel filter. We have one more line here. This one here, we just take and we squeeze it 2 times. Pull the line off like so. Alright, once you have a jack underneath the tank, make sure your tank is empty at this point as well. Siphon it out. 13 millimeter. This one here just hinges forward. I'm pretty sure this strap here will just come down with the tank. I'm just going to let the tank down slowly. See if we can pull it out of here. I'm trying not to destroy the tube. It's a little difficult to be honest with you because everything's so rusted. Make it a little bit more forgiving. Just so you have 1, 2, 3 10 millimeter retainers. Zip them out. Alright, those 3 are removed. Not 100% necessary, but it does give you a little bit more wiggle room. Let's go down slowly at first. Let's see what we got there. Once I come down a little bit, I believe I can slide the tank over. I'm just trying to be cautious. mow it. Yeah, all right. I hope this tank isn't too full. I didn't siphon it out, which I should. Alright, so the idea is to get it angled enough to where you can slide the neck out of the tank. I'm almost there. There you go. Alright, now I got that out. I want to take a rag, shove her in that hole. I can take and lower this tank the rest of the way. Everything. Alright guys, got the tank securely on the ground. Took some air and blew it all off. If you have just a brush or something, you want to make sure there's no dirt that's going to fall into the tank when we take it off. This hose is going to have to come off, so we're going to have to reuse that. Essentially the same setup we've been dealing with. Push in a little bit. Once it's in there, I have to use the next size bigger. Oh, there she goes. Alright. This harness here. Unplug. It's all the same there. This tank isn't in the best of shape. I don't think he plans on keeping the car much longer because it has a lot of rust in the bottom. Ideally, you want to take and clean this tank out. Remove all your bolts around the retainer. It'd be wise to do all this with hand tools. Alright, have yourself a pan or something ready to set this into. Remember how this, I think it's just 2 clips here, if I remember correctly. Can't remember if the clips are on my side. No. Looks like we got her. drain out a little bit. Another something to set it into. Set that off to the side.
Stop, alert. Failure to clean fuel tank may void warranty. Drain fuel tank into an approved container. Clean rust and debris from the top of the tank. Remove fuel pump. Swirl gas, clean tank, swirl cleaner, drain tank, air dry, wipe clean, visually inspect. Confirm tank is completely dry. May take approximately 30 minutes.
Alright guys, we're back 30 minutes later. Install our fuel pump. This is Delphi, whatever it is, Delphi. What I can get in a timely manner. You'll see there's a spot for the filter portion to go in. So let's see if we can get this. So far, so good. Looks like the filter popped through where it belongs. Looks like my float's where it belongs. Pop this back up. I think we're all back down where we belong. I had to guess. I feel like we clipped in. Looks good, feels good. Fuel filter's down. Go to center where it belongs. It's got a new rubber gasket on it, so we don't have to worry about that. Alright, feels good right there. So get over a screw starter. Okay. Not sure exactly how this went, but we'll be able to put that wherever we want it. Just like so. All right, we're ready to put the tank back up in the vehicle. Put it up a little bit different than by myself. I have this lift table. I should have used it to take it down. some point, I gotta start putting the filler neck in. Oop. Dead battery. I got a couple of these Astro pneumatic lights. They've been a blessing to me, they really have been. But I would like to know how they expect you to, it says drain the gas tank before removing it. These filler necks do not allow you to put any kind of siphoning tube down them. So I really would like to know how you guys go about siphoning these out, even if you wanted to. I don't think there's a drain plug on it, but 6 to 1, half a dozen the other. So we're gonna go up a little bit further. So I don't want to steep it too bad for this. Okay. Heavy metal. Yeah. Get that started like so. Alright, get that started in there like so, somewhat, much as we can. How are we guys doing over here? Good? Alright, yeah, we're making progress. Alright. Making progress, fellas. Are we doing okay over here? Oh yeah. Like, in like Flint almost. I think we'll just keep on going onward and upwards, huh? Don't want to jack the car off the lift, so I'm just being... Still doing good, guys. Alright, everything looking good over here. Yeah, still doing good. Right. I think we look pretty good. I think once I get this strap in, we'll be even better. And I can let that strap hold it for me. Reposition this side and get this strap underneath the tank. Yeah. I'm at a point now. Hopefully you can see where I'm at. If I can put a couple bolts in. Get this one started. Not much to see over here. I'm just going to reach up over. Get this other, you almost do a blindfold it. If you guys can't see, I'm not allowed to see either. So I'm not even going to look at what I'm doing. Perfect. Strap lined up perfect. Okay. This guy says holding the tank up somewhat for me. Same thing with the back side. We'll leave it at that. Use hand tools. Don't be an idiot like me. Wear your safety glasses. All right, everything still feels good. I'm going to let down on this tank a little bit. See if I can hold this side up. Oh yeah, no problem. Put this strap under. This bolt started. And pick it up in the air. See what we're working with. Everything looks like it's back where it belongs. Feels comfy. Just going to tighten everything up. Tight. Tight. Alright, everything's tight. Alright, unfortunately I gotta pick up a fuel filter yet. Put this hose back in. Push that in for the clips. Over here for the filler neck, I got to get up top, get all that back in order, but this one will go here. I took it off of. Let's tighten that clamp up. This one here, I can put this clip back through. Like so. And when we push it on, it should automatically clip. There you go. Alright, we get that tight. Everything looks good here. I'm going to make them aware of how rusty everything is underneath here. Remember we had this yellow clip. I decided to pull all the way out. I remember where that was. It might have been up here. I went in there like so. And now with that pushed back in, I can just push that into a clips. Hook this hose back up. Just like so. Alright. yeah, we're able to get it out. Easy enough. And that, push in. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. If you just push into our new spot like so. I'll plug this in, make sure you don't have the key on you because I don't have my fuel filter hooked up yet. Alright, don't forget about your cat. And your filler net. Pretty important. Sometimes you gotta reach underneath there and get everything lined up the way you need it. They don't have to be super tight. Well, sometimes after you do a job like this on these old rusty things, you'll end up with an evap leak. Alright, just want to give it one more visual before we let her down. Everything's up. Tight. Back in. Ooh, almost forgot that little screw. New fuel filter is in, so we're all good there. Hose is in. Almost forgot that little retainer screw. Let's do that again. Okay. Alright guys, moment of truth. I'm going to turn the key on, let me know if we have any fuel pressure. Here we go. It's probably going to take a couple times. Anything, guys? Pretty sure I hear the fuel pump back there. Alright guys, prime the fuel pump a couple times. We got fuel pressure. Looks like we're sitting around 50. Let's see if she starts. Running pressure is around 30. Well, thanks for watching. I'm going to close this one out. I'm starting to run out of storage space on my camera. Took you long. Took you a couple different paths. And let me know what you guys would have done if you would have did the same and just once one thing led you to the next, would you have kept on going in the same direction? I'm always curious. A lot of times I would have just jumped right down to the plug, especially when it's that easy to get to. But sometimes if you're out in the rain, out in the snow, out in the mud, wherever you might be parked in the gravel, sometimes it's not so easy to gain access underneath when you get to most of the stuff in the trunk and eliminate a lot of stuff up front. Well, that was my method on this one. I look forward to reading the feedback. Until next time, guys, stay tuned.